that you guys are all doing well on this Wednesday, right? Wednesday evening, early evening. Um, yeah, hope that the work week has been treating you well on hump day, all that good stuff. And yeah, so for those of you who end up tuning in who are new, welcome to the channel. Definitely hit that subscribe button and all that good stuff, the like button, notification bell, all that stuff, so that you can be tapped in to when I am on here, and we can continue to connect, all that stuff. Um, Also, for those of you who have been rocking with your girl for a bit, welcome back. I greatly appreciate the continued support. So, as you guys saw, this is a collective message. No personal questions yet. I do think that I'm probably gonna do personals after this, so we'll see. We'll see how heavy this could get, because I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep. But yeah. So we're gonna wait maybe a moment and dive in. But like I said, this is a message is from the higher self message here, or reading, I should say. Um, Brought out a few cards that I was and decks that I was like drawn to start with. I do want to try to wait like just a little bit because yeah. Hi Arcana, how are you? I'm gonna put my glasses on because I'm already like squinting super duper hard. Um, I'm not this reading right now is actually for the collective, but I was saying right before you came on that I do have the intentions. I don't want to make promises. Okay, I don't want you to be mad at me. It depends how long this reading is and how deep it goes, but I do intend on trying to do the free readings today after this. But this one right now is just a collective. So yeah, I try to, I try to do both back to back. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes I don't have it in me to do both. But I do want to try to do that today. So, with that said, we're gonna dive in. Um, let's see. What do I feel drawn to read first? Or like mad stuff over here. Like I looked at all my cards. Was like, ooh, I feel connected to this one. I feel connected to that one. I feel like there's a lot of messages that might come out. Obviously, I might not use every deck. I feel connected to this one to start. Um, yeah, so we're gonna start with the Sacred Light Oracle. Um, and we're just gonna kind of go from there and see what happens. I do see that there's some beautiful people here. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Um, Thank you, Ashley, for the compliment. And you're automatically blocked because hell fucking no. Yes. So yeah. So let's see what's going on with you guys. Um, Hey, random guy. It's funny because like even with my my glasses on, I'm still like I can't see. Part of it is the lighting, and then the other part is just like I literally, it's my eyesight is so bad. I need a new prescription for my glasses, so bear with me. Um, all right, so let's get started. For the collective spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time for their highest good? Messages from the higher self, in fact. What do they need to know? They meaning me too, because I'm sure I'll get some messages in here and I'm like, oh, I connect with that. I'm technically a part of the collective as well, so we'll see what pops up. All right, let's see what we got. Starting off. Bottom of the deck, we have Cathedral of Light, stubborn attitudes, extending the olive branch of artistry. Okay, so Cathedral of Light. So some of you guys might be guided at this time. Let me know if this resonates. Also keep in mind, because this is a collective, some messages will resonate, some of them will not. Um, so just, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So hopefully, you get something out of the message. But yeah, so I feel like some of you guys have been like being guided to do something, and you are being very, very stubborn. This is what I'm picking up on so far. Whether it is about either extending an olive branch in the sense of working on a connection with somebody who's close to you, like a family member or something like that, or severing ties altogether, getting one or the other. Or it could be also about there's certain aspects of yourself that you're trying to kind of sever ties with. So certain patterns and behaviors and things like that, thought processes and things like that, that might be something that you're having a hard time letting go of. Let me know if that makes sense so far, because that's just on the bottom of the deck. It's not an official card on the spread yet, but I always like to look to see what's going on the bottom of the deck after I shuffle, because a lot of times that gives like a little bit of you know, a vibe of what we might start seeing throughout the rest of the reading. But let's see what comes up. Here's most accurate messages for the collective. All right. So we have Soul Family, Happy Reunion, Support, and Order from Chaos. So it's giving me this energy of you guys are about to start coming into union with people who are meant to be in your space. So going back to what I said initially, or what I was picking up on from your higher self, this energy of maybe having to sever ties and understand that this might be a time to focus on almost like building your own family, right? Sometimes, our blood family, as much as we might love them, they're not always the people that we're meant to connect with at different times in our life, right? So if you've had like situations with people really, really close to you, friends, family, whatever, who have mistreated you, hurt you, let me know if this is resonating so far. Some of you might feel like, oh, as much as I hear about this person, wow, this person really drains the fuck out of my energy. And you're just like, I don't like, but I can't let them go because they're family or they're this. You think of things like, oh, well, loyalty because we've known each other since we were 5. It's like, if they make you feel drained of your energy, then that's not a person that you want for leaving your space. Just saying. I almost feel like that's what your higher self is telling you so far. Let me know if it's resonating so far. Right now, I'm not charging. This is just a collective reading, so it's free. I do plan on doing some free yes and no's later, as well as paid readings, but they're like very, very well priced. So, all right, so bottom of the deck we have Celestial Channel, Hidden Beauty, Remaining Optimistic, and Remaining Neutral. Yeah, just understanding that like at this time you don't need to do too much right now. Just kind of let things kind of fall as they may. If it sounds like, if it seems like it makes sense, to work on the relationship, go with that. But just use your discernment. That's what I'm getting. Thank you, Tamasha. How are you? Let's see what else is going on for the collective. Happy you're well. What else is going on for the collective? Messages from the higher self at this time. What's going on? All right, so we have well-being, self-preservation. There we go. So this is kind of coinciding with what we started to see. Service to spirit, youthful experience. So this is a time right now to, it's going back to this energy of there might be people in your energy at this time in your life, friends, family, whatever the case. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But there are people in your life right now, in your space, who you're getting like nudged constantly. Like, this person drains me. This is not a person who I need to be around like that. This person calls you, you look at your phone, or they text and you're looking at your phone. I don't want to respond to this person? Like, do I have to talk to them? Like, it's giving me that vibe. And it's like, they're basically, your higher self is saying, like, this person is draining you, like a fucking battery. You know what I mean? Like, think about, like, if you have, like, a parasitic drain in your car, right? I heard that. That's the word I heard. Parasitic drain in your car. And this draining your battery, right? You charge that shit up, the alternator's doing its work and all that, all of a sudden the battery drains. There's something going on behind the scenes that you just can't seem to get. Because there are people won't like around you, right? There's stuff going on behind the scenes that you might not see. You know, they got all their fucked up shit going on. They bring that shit to you, and then boom, now you're feeling like this, and it's a really negative headspace and energy to be in. Like nobody wants to feel like that. So right now, it's just about self preservation. Um, Making sure that you set those healthy boundaries and be able to say, yeah, no, like this is, I need space, I need time to myself. This might be somebody who is constantly doing that kind of thing, like always calling you, like you're the first person they call when they need money, or you're the first person they call when they need advice about something. But this is a person who probably doesn't even contact you to see how you're doing ever. It's always them crying on the phone and saying, oh yeah, well, so this happened and I need help with it. It's like, damn, like you didn't even ask me if I'm okay. I'm going through shit too, but I guess that don't matter, like it's giving me that type of energy. Bottom of the deck we have Archangel Michael, Heart of a Warrior, Divine Protection, and Synchronicity. So, for some of you, this reading itself might be a synchronicity for you. Like it lines up. You might be seeing the number 3 or derivatives of the. You might be seeing 333 a lot, or again derivatives of 3, because we got 3 people here, 3 likes. The number 3 is on here, so you might be seeing the number 333 a lot. And it's basically then letting you know, like, we're trying to kind of align you with where you're meant to go at this time. Like, even if you look at this picture here, like there, you see how he's like looking up, and then there's like the bird. It's like, you're being guided, right? I also heard bird's eye view. You're being kind of guided and called to see things from a new perspective, from a top view, if that makes any sense. I literally am seeing you guys, like, you're seeing yourself outside of yourself, like you, this person, or these people, this situation, and like, damn, this shit is kind of fucked up. Like, sometimes you gotta take yourself out of, like, it's almost like if people come to you for advice, right? You give them the best advice ever, right? But you're going through the same exact shit that they're going through or have been through it, and then you're like, shit, I'm really bad at taking my own advice, though. It's like they're asking you, your higher self is saying, take yourself out of the situation and look at it from a new perspective, a new set of eyes. How would you talk to a person who's close to you if they were asking about advice about the same exact situation? What would you do? What would you tell them? It's almost like a moment right now to 1331 when I said that. It's giving me, death and rebirth vibes, as well as like ego death. Like, everything that you thought you knew, like you're gonna have to start questioning it and looking at it from a different perspective. And following your own advice. I'm getting that you guys are the people that people always come to all the time about, well, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? And you guys, like, everybody goes to you for strength and all that shit, and it's like, well, damn. I have nobody to do the same thing with. And your higher self is saying, well, first off, you're already strong on your own. You don't really necessarily need anybody, but would it be nice to have, like, that sense of reliance on other people when you need to go to somebody? Absolutely, right? We shouldn't have to experience these things on our own, but life be life, and sometimes we have to. So I'm kind of getting that, you guys might be feeling like that, kind of a sense of feeling alone, right? Feeling isolated, feeling like you don't have anybody to, kind of reveal some of these different thoughts to, these feelings to. But the thing is, you are protected from those of the folks who don't have your best interest at heart. but it's also about making sure that you keep the line of communication open with people who do want to be there for you. I hope that makes sense so far. I know this is like a mouthful. I literally only pulled two cards so far. um, yeah, angelic realms on the top of the deck. It says a team effort. Exactly. Charity, validation, and patience. Yeah, exactly my point. It really does go back to what I was just kind of saying. It's like, it needs to be a team effort. It needs to be equal give and take. It needs to feel like there's a sense of balance within the connection. If you feel like you're doing everything by yourself within your dynamics in your life, friends, family, whatever, work, so on and so forth, your romantic relationships too, like that's not fair to you, right? Like it's okay to be patient with people as they grow and they expand and they're doing their own thing, blah 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 blah, and you're there for them during those times. But at the same time, like if you're starting to feel like you're overextending, then there's a problem. um, Middle of the deck we have sphere of light, healing hands, and empathetic qualities, and animal wisdom. So using your gut instinct and your intuition during these times, understanding again which relationships are meant to nurture versus which ones you might have to start severing ties with, or at least distancing yourself from. Because the thing is, like, everybody comes to you for their healing, but nobody helps you when it comes to the same thing. Like, that's very, very maladaptive behavior, to be in a position where you're constantly helping everybody else and nobody's helping you. That's not that's not good, right? Yeah, because some of you might be an empath. Let's get like two more from here. Some of you might be an empath, so it's like, it puts you in a position where it's like everybody wants everything from you, and but nobody's helping you. Very, very hard energy to be in. We have ascension flame, liberation, a sense of greater purpose, and high expectations. Yeah, maybe you're setting your sights higher when it comes to the relationships that you're building at this time, and freeing yourself from the relationships that just don't make any sense right now. Right, especially as you're learning what you're here for, like your higher self, your higher purpose, whole purpose of this, no pun intended, the whole purpose of this reading, right? Like this energy of being able to know, okay, I'm meant to do X, Y, and Z. I need to be in alignment with people who are meant to help me on this part of my journey. Bars. Um, but no, seriously, like, you guys are ascending and you need people in your space and your path who are doing the same, right? You don't want to be around a bunch of people who are just doing a bunch of crap, right? The same old, the people who every time they reach out to you, they're always going through the same thing every single time. That shit gets old real fucking quick, okay? Like, friends, family, doesn't matter. Like, it gets old so quick when you're trying to do what you need to do for yourself. You're trying to grow, you're trying to expand. And then every time a person reaches out to you, it's always the same story. It's like, have you done anything? Especially if you're giving advice and shit. It's like, have you done anything to improve your circumstances? Those are the people who tend to not do anything to improve their circumstances. And then you're just like, interesting. You're listening to them talk, and you're trying to be a good friend, or a good cousin, or whatever, good sibling, and it's like, oh my god, like, I don't know how many times I hear this fucking story before I lose my shit and go off on this person, because like, you know what you need to do and you're not doing it. Why do you keep coming to me for me to give you the same advice I've given you, or talk that I've given you a gazillion goddamn times, and you're not doing anything about it? Like, eventually you have to be the one to say, like, you know what, God, this is her pivot and period. For those of you who who have ever had PMT training, where you have to work with like people like, who are aggressive or something in a workplace, like whether it's like in a hospital, like working with people with mental disabilities, things like that, so on and so forth. When if they try to like lunge at you and hurt you, there's a move called pivot and parry. It's like they come in towards you, you just move your body that way, and then they Like whatever is behind you, they kind of run into it. You didn't really necessarily touch them, but it's like, you know what, you're avoiding getting hurt. You're just like, I'm protecting myself. And we did see something about protection. So it's just funny because my spirit guides, when they talk to me through readings, like it's like they give me the funniest like examples, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. Like that's what you guys are telling me to say. I'm gonna say. You're like, what the fuck is she even talking about? But sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's entertaining, and it kind of works. All right, so we also have on the bottom of the deck, past life, cultural experience. I don't know why I read it at, I have my glasses on, mind you. I read it as different, so I don't know if there's cultural differences amongst somebody in your space, whether it's a, you know, a romantic partner or a friend or something. So maybe like that might contribute to some differences. Uh, it's behind you and regression. For some of you, this connection that you're dealing with, or connections that you're dealing with, stem very, very, very far back, and not even in this lifetime, but past lifetimes. Um, Karmic lessons is what I'm kind of getting here. Let's get one more from here. One more. And then we're going to go from there and see what comes out. Alright, so we have galactic vibration. It's giving me crown chakra energy, personal conviction, raising your resilience, and direct channel. Yeah, you're getting a lot of downloads and stuff right now from, you know, your higher self, from your spirit guides, so on and so forth, of the things that you're meant to do at this time. You know, all these different synchronicities and shit that pop up, and you're just like, damn, and you're still not listening. um, it's giving me something like that, and they're basically saying like, look, your higher self is basically saying, look, that's us talking to you, that's me talking to you, and you're not doing, you know, what you need to do at this time. Please listen. Please do what, you know, you've been guided to do, because we're trying to protect you. We're trying to show you what you need to see about these situations that are depleting you. They're taking away from your energy. You know it, you feel it, but you're not paying attention. So no more excuses. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities about these circumstances around you that have been draining your energy. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. And remember, I said something about the number 13 earlier. How funny is that? I literally said, getting death and rebirth vibes, getting the number 13, and it's here on the bottom of the deck. So it says energy attachments, energy exchange, negative influence, and self-sabotage. It's almost basically saying, like, if you continue to hold on to some of this stuff, it's going to put you in a position of self-sabotage, and you're going to keep holding on to this negative stuff that's holding you back, holding you down. It's time to start releasing. One more on the top of the deck. What we got? Inner Oracle. You are the channel. Deja vu deja vu and self-fulfilling prophecy. It's on the top of the deck in the reverse. It's like, especially like kind of corresponding with that galactic vibration card that's giving me like crown chakra. This card gives me the same kind of energy. It's like there's this energy that's coming through you and towards you in terms of knowledge, right? You might be, you know, getting a lot of signs and synchronicities with that deja vu energy. And they're like, look, at this point, it's up to you. How you do this, how you handle it. So are you going to start, you know, kind of pulling back your energy from these relationships and stuff, or are you going to keep on nurturing relationships that don't nurture you? Ask yourself that question. Yep. And then we got that cathedral of light again in the middle of the deck. I'm gonna actually cut this reading kind of short. I feel like it's one of those readings that are very, very straight to the point. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those kind of readings where it's like, it's kind of cut and dry. Um, I don't really, I don't really feel drawn to read anything else, which is rare. Because y'all know, I could go reading for, you know, an hour and a half easily. But I don't feel that here. I feel like it's so cut and dry that it's like, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing really extra that I can give you. It's more just the fact that if this is making sense, let me know by, liking it. Which is not necessarily a bad thing because I really didn't want to be on here too long anyway. But like, yeah, it's like, it's about self-preservation. This whole reading is about self-preservation. This reading right now is giving me like what my readings for myself is like. My readings for myself are very, very quick. Like straight to the point. I pull for myself when I read maybe 10 cards total. And it's like it's straight to the point. Spirit be like, look, this is, you probably already, like, what you need to do. Like, you see how the throat chakra all of a sudden got a little wonky. You need to speak up for yourself. That's one of the things that always pops up for me. So that might be what it is for you guys. Like, speaking up for yourself, speaking your truth, setting those healthy boundaries. It's a hard conversation to have with somebody or some people, friends, family, work related, your romantic partner, whatever the case. But like, the whole thing is, it's like, they're like, this is about self-preservation at this point. Like, whatever is going on with you and somebody else or other people in your life right now, your higher self is saying, look, you know what you need to do. She don't need to pull a gazillion cards for you to let you know what's going on. You know this already. That's basically what they're telling me right now. Dead ass. Like, yeah, again, this is not even, a half hour into the reading and they're already telling me, nah, that's it. Like, cut and dry. Like, this is a quick reading, very quick. I wish all my readings were like this in a way, because then I could give you guys more readings, But yeah, like they made it very clear that you guys know exactly what this is about. If you resonate, self-preservation. You gotta protect your energy from people around you who have been keeping you feeling like you're held down and bound in some kind of way. Yeah. If you're on the up and up in your life right now, you're trying to be, and there are people around you who they don't necessarily want to see you win. So, excuse me. Yeah. So it's really a focus on this, your well-being, right? Your mental health, your emotional health, so on and so forth. So for those of you who resonated and watched, I do hope that it was helpful. I know it was like very, very short in comparison to most of my readings, but like I said, I feel like it was a straight to the point type of reading. There wasn't much more to say. So, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But for those of you, if it did resonate, definitely hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that stuff, notification bells, so on and so forth. And yeah, just, I would say definitely, analyze the relationships in your life at this time when it comes to, building your positive relationship with self. If they don't align with where you're trying to go at this time, then you know what you need to do. You've been feeling it, you know. You feel it already. This is confirmation of what you've already known, and that's why this is so quick and so short. Some readings are just straight to the point. There's times where I do like the yes and no's and stuff, and I always like try to give a little bit more insight, and some of them are straight up, yeah, nah, nope, that's exactly what they want you to know, and that's it. You know what I mean? And very straight to the point. So yeah, with all that said, I love you guys, and what time is it? Very early. It's very early. So I'm going to do the free yes and no's and paid readings at a very significant discount if you guys are interested. Also, there's not too many people here at this time, so what I'm going to do is this. Are you guys listening? I want you to, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do how I do with my students, but for you guys, virtually. If you're here and you're listening, give me a reaction. Give me a heart reaction. I'm doing it for a reason, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, great. Give me a heart reaction if you're actually here and paying attention. saw 2 hearts. Okay, I'm seeing a couple more. All right, so for those of you, there's 4 people here, okay? It's only 4 of you guys, so pay attention. Now somebody just left, but that's their loss. So there's 4 of you guys here. Well, it's now 3. So I said this to myself, and I'm kind of happy that I said it before I started this reading. I told myself that for the people who are here at the end of this reading, because people like to leave and come back, leave and come back, because they want something for free, right? So you guys are eligible for a free 3-card spread. Usually that's, granted, it's only $5, but now keep in mind, y'all know how thorough I am even with my yes and no's, right? So you're always gonna get a little bit more insight. So those of you who are here, if you check into the next reading, which is going to be the one that's the free readings and all that stuff, and the paid readings, if you guys type in the word, let me think of a word. Let me think of a word. Leaf. It's fall time. Why the fuck not? If you type in the word leaf in the next reading, people are gonna be like, why are people randomly typing in the word leaf? What the fuck does that mean? Leaf. Like a leaf from a tree. Okay? So LEAF. So if you type in leaf on the next reading, I'm gonna probably sign on in the next maybe 15 minutes or so. Yep, there we go, leaf. If you type in leaf in the next reading, it lets me that you were here and you stayed till the end, and you're going to get a free 3-card spread on your girl. Okay, so I think that might be something I might start doing, and let people know in the beginning, hey, if you stay for the whole thing, you get a free reading. Okay, so yes, I already see. Okay, Arcana, I already see that you're here, so you're definitely gonna get one for sure. Tamasha, even though you didn't type it in yet, I know that you've been here. So, and you looked out for your girl with that generous donation last week, so you guys are already set. Okay, and there is one more person here. So, and we have random guy here. So you guys are already going to be a mental note in my head when I see you guys pop up on the next reading. So I'll keep a mental note of that. But if you guys want to still make sure you type it in the comment section so that I know you're there and all that stuff, that would be awesome. And like I said, I already have a mental note. So we got Tamasha, we got Arcana, and we also have random guy that I know are here currently. So you guys are going to get a free 3-card spread, which is going to give advice and stuff like that. It's not just a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing. You're going to get some insight and stuff like that about the topic of your choice and your question. Okay, so I will see you guys in a little bit, and thank you for sticking around for the whole reading, because you guys kick ass. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes or so. I mean, just debrief, cleanse, all that stuff. And yeah, so till about 15 minutes or so from now, I love you guys, and mwah, bye.